Before you met me, you were all nothing. I granted your wishes. I took you in. I made you the most feared pirates that have ever roamed the seas. Nauticon to the Sky Pirates. Hello, I am Sensei the Dark Master, and in today's installment of Ninjago Lore, we shall be covering the salty scalawags known as the Sky Pirates. We shall be covering their history, their political structure, the members of the group, their vehicles, weapons, abilities, and weaknesses. The original Sky Pirates were founded as a regular sea pirate crew by Nauticon after leaving Ninjago several centuries ago. He granted them all wishes that often had poor results, except for Clancy, who never wished for anything. With a misfortune's keep, they plagued the seas and became the most feared pirates at the time, ravaging the seas. However, they eventually came into conflict with Captain Soto and the crew of the Destiny's Bounty. The two pirate crews fought viciously, trading cannon blows until Soto trapped their captain in the Teapot of Tyran and scattered the rest of the crew across the many 16 realms and put their ship to rest in Gypsy Cove. Later, the group would return when Klaus, looking for ancient powers to have his revenge against the Ninja, released Nauticon from the Teapot of Tyran when he found it in Styx. Nauticon would then steal the realm crystal to free his fellow crewmates. Afterwards, he took the Sky Pirates to Ninjago to mourn the passing of his beloved Delara, who had died some time between his banishment and his return. He also noted that the time of pirates had seemingly passed. However, such a blissful, peaceful end for the Sky Pirates was not to be, as the realm of Ninjago was collapsing due to the destruction of its sister realm, the Cursed Realm, causing it to slowly collapse. Nauticon's own father told him to avenge his people and gave him the Jin Blade. And then he and the other Sky Pirates returned to Ninjago to have their revenge. The Sky Pirates then updated their ships to sail in the sky, and recruiting new blood like Squiffy began the creation of a new Ninjago by literally stealing pieces of Ninjago and lifting them into the air. As their captain grew more powerful, with each of the ninja's soul he imprisoned within the Jin Blade's blade. They assisted Nauticon as he attempted to marry Nia, and once he did, he used his newfound power to fight the ninja. However, some of the Sky Pirates grew wary of the increasing megalomania of their captain, as Clancy, sick of being bossed around by him, stood up for himself, wishing at last that Nauticon would listen to him. Being the Jinn he is, he granted that wish, and furious at this betrayal, then banished the snake and a few other Sky Pirates back to the very realms they were ironically imprisoned in. This caused Flintlock and Dogshank to help the ninja weaken Nauticon with Tiger Widow Venom. Unfortunately, the venom also hit Nia, causing her to die, For while it is not lethal to jinn, it is extremely deadly to mortals. With his deceased love in his arms, Jay made his final wish that Klaus had never found the teapot of Tyran, leading to time being reset, and essentially all that I just described never happening. Though it is interesting to note that Jay, Nia, and Nadakan still remember these events. This would not be the end. In the Dark Island trilogy, a trilogy of novels that are canon, Klaus, unable to retrieve the teapot of Tyran, the sorcerer went to the Dark Island to restore his dark magic. Once he regained his powers, he summoned the Sky Pirates and forced them to work for him, lest they be banished back again to wherever they were imprisoned. Under his control, the Sky Pirates kidnapped fishermen on the endless sea under the coverage of storms to create a slave force for mining dark matter. This substance and actions eventually caught the attention of the ninja, and once more the two forces fought. Klaus tasked the Sky Pirates, now corrupted by dark matter, to defend his plans. However, when Sensei Wu used his golden mech to cleanse the area of darkness and banish Klaus into the underworld, the pirates were quickly defeated and put in Kryptonian prison to serve time for their crimes. In terms of political structure, the Sky Pirates were structured much as one would expect for a ship crew. In charge was the captain, in this case Nadakan. Beneath him was the first mate, Flintlock, though he temporarily lost that rank when he attempted a mutiny. Beneath that was the quartermaster, formerly held by Delara, and after her passing, this role was never filled in, even when they got new recruits, so seemingly he didn't want anyone to fill it. Then there is the boatswain, represented by Dogshank. Then beneath that there is the fighter of the crew, represented by Doubloon, a great fighter. Beneath that, there is the mechanic of the crew, Monkey Wrench. Then, at the second to lowest rank, is the head ship's mate, Clancy, in this case. Beneath him was the rest of the crew / foot soldiers, including Squiffy, Siren, Bucko, and numerous other unnamed pirates, such as these girls with afros and this turban-wearing guy. There is also this sentient skeleton figurehead, though his role is unknown, aside from being the figurehead of Misfortune's Keep. Considering his lack of legs, though, it seems he doesn't really have much choice in the matter. Indeed, the Sky Pirates are perhaps the most varied in terms of makeup of all the villains, with humans, Serpentine, and various different crew members. Indeed, each crew member has their own abilities and weaknesses. Indeed, most of the crew members deserve their own videos, and as such, in order to make it so that this video is not so long, I will try to be brief with them. Nadakan, being a djinn, has numerous powers, including shape-shifting, as well as the ability to grant wishes, though you shouldn't trust him, as he always twists those wishes to serve his own ends, or just to mess with you. Though it's uncertain whether that's something he chooses to do, or if that's just something that djinn do as just an innate trait of them granting wishes. Flintlock has extremely good shooting skills, for the most part. Dogshank has extreme strength and has a large figure. Doubloon is an excellent fighter and is one of the few non-elementally powered individuals who is able to perform the skill of spinjitzu. Monkey Wrench, being a monkey, is a master mechanic and can wield weapons in 3 of his 4 limbs, as well as tools. Siren has a voice that can mesmerize people and force them to do what she wants. And Clancy, he's actually kind of incompetent for the most part, but man, he can clean very well, according to the other crew members. The remaining Sky Pirates are just, average human dudes, decked out in pirate gear and bad body odor. In terms of weaponry, the Sky Pirates wield numerous swords, cutlasses, flintlock pistols, anchors, wrenches. Heck, Clancy even uses a spiked broom in addition to a flintlock pistol. But perhaps the most notable weapon of all was Nautocon's Jin Blade, given to him by his father, as each Jin King passes it on to their child. What makes it special is the fact that it can absorb the souls of others, especially when they wish it all away. Once it has these souls, it can tap into their individual powers. Like, say it absorbs Kai, it can shoot out fire, or if it absorbs Zane, it can shoot out ice. In terms of vehicles, the Sky Pirates utilized many. They often appeared cobbled together, but were united by having burnt orange in most of them and the pirate skull logo. Often, they were ships made for seafare, modified to fly. The vehicles range from the gargantuan air fortress known as Misfortune's Keep, which was, ironically enough, the original ship they used, to the smaller and sleeker Sky Sharks that were Flintlock's preferred vehicles. There were also the slow but common Raid Zeppelins, and there were also numerous small vehicles. These included the skybound plane driven by Bucko, the anchor jet flown by Squiffy. There are also numerous unnamed jetpacks and little pirate jets. In terms of weaknesses, the Sky Pirates each have their own weaknesses. Dog Shank can't really fit into small places. Monkey Wrench can't talk or communicate. Neither can Doubloon for that matter. Clancy is just overall incompetent. And Flintlock can shoot really well, but because Nauticon is required to grant wishes, ironically enough, when Lloyd wishes he couldn't shoot the broadside of a barn, and Nauticon is kind of required to grant that wish, and so Flintlock loses his great shooting ability, though he does gain it back when it's most needed, for the record. Ironically, in terms of weaknesses, perhaps their greatest weakness was, ironically enough, their diversity. In one way, their very nature of being composed of a motley crew of individuals is what makes them unique, but also makes it their greatest weakness. As a crew, they rely on trust and mutual respect. Thus, if that breaks down, it significantly hampers them, if not leads to their own destruction. Such as how a Nauticon descends into madness induced by all the loss he felt. It pushes Clancy over the edge with his constant abuse, which then caused Nauticon to banish him, Monkey Wrench, and Doubloon into different realms. Sort of a feedback loop, really. This in turn caused the other non banished Sky Pirates to team up with the ninja against the crazed Nauticon. In the end, what can we learn from the Sky Pirates? Well, we learn that cooperation can only work when respect is mutual and maintained. We also learn that the dangers of toxic relationships are very big and that we must confront these in our daily lives. I'm Sensei the Dark Master, and join me next time when we enter the dojo of Ninjago lore. Have a wonderful day and peace out.